Welcome to the midweek show here on Score Review TV, where we'll be taking a look at the Champions League game happening tonight. My name is Kino. As always, I'm joined by football analyst Chike. Great.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
There's a lot of actions going down tonight in the Champions League. 18 games to be played across board. Now, we'll be taking a look at who is going to qualify into the the round of 16, who will be qualifying into the knockout stage, and who will be dropping out of the competition. As it stands now, only Arsenal and Bayern Munich have qualified into the round of 16. So at the end of tonight's game, teams from number 1 to number 8 automatically qualify to round of 16, while from number 9 to number 24 will play a two-leg tie to decide who joins the other team in the round of 16. So it's going to be a tough night in the Champions League. Others play for a round of 16, others will play to qualify for the knockout, while others will be eliminated from the competition. We'll be reviewing some of the big teams playing tonight to see either or not what happens at the end of the day. Now, let's kickstart with the game between Benfica and Real Madrid. Real Madrid have known to be the Champions League kings. They always find their way in the Champions League. If I should predict that game, I would say they have not been doing so bad in the Champions League this season. They are number 3 on the table with 15 points. I'm seeing them getting a precise win away in Portugal, 3-1 win for Real Madrid.
Well, I think Madrid gets a win. It's an important night. I think why we have these new fixtures, this new format, is because of the excitement it brings. Today we have 18 games.
18 games to be played. Yes.
So many teams battling it out for that qualification spot, and there's no second leg. It's just this or nothing. So yes, that Madrid game is going to be exciting. Benfica have been doing well in their league with Mourinho, and they have been doing very well. And I think they are also going to put out a strong fight. I think they still have a chance to qualify for the round of 16.
Yeah, for the knockout stage.
For the knockout stage, yeah. So I think they will still be putting out a fight on their own. It's on their turf, so it's not going to be easy.
Definitely.
For Madrid. So I will say Madrid wins. Madrid will win the game, and I think 3-1 as well.
3-1. All right, there you have it. 3-1 win for Madrid, perhaps tonight in the Champions League. Well, let's take a look at Liverpool versus Carabao. Liverpool have not been doing so great. It's not been the way they expected teams to turn out after signing lots of players this season. They've been going up and down in the Premier League. Perhaps the Champions League may be where they'll be looking at putting up a great fight. So a win for Liverpool today automatically gives them a qualification to the round of 16. So I'm seeing Liverpool putting a great fight to secure that win, to see them qualifying to the round of 16. It should be a 2-0 win for Liverpool for me.
Yeah. Liverpool have struggled in the Premier League, but in the Champions League, it's not that they have been doing excellently well, but they've been scoring. They've been scoring, creating opportunities, and also doing well to a bit, to some extent in defense as well. So I think Liverpool will definitely qualify, to the round of 16 directly. So I think it's a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
3-1 win for Liverpool. Now, Tottenham will play away in Germany to Frankfurt. Frankfurt have nothing really to play for, if you ask me. They've only secured 4 points in their the 7 games they've played in the Champions League. So even if they get a win tonight, it does not see them go through even to the knockout stage. However, in games like this, anything can happen. I would say Tottenham might not be qualifying for the round of 16, which they are looking out for. They might have to go play in the knockout stage. I'm seeing a 2-2 draw in that game.
No, I think Tottenham will win the game.
Okay.
Frankfurt have not been in good form in this Champions League phase. I think they are second to the last or last. I think they don't have any chance of qualifying.
They are number 33 on that table.
They don't have any chance of qualifying for the next stage. So I think definitely Tottenham has more to lose in this game. So I think Tottenham will win the game and qualify.
Well, but you cannot say, teams when it comes to spoiling things for other people, teams always come to
and that Spursy kind of branding to their name. But I think they've done well this season in the Champions League. They've done well beyond my expectation. In the Premier League they have been doing really badly, but I think they will see it through today.
Tottenham might secure a win that will see them qualify perhaps to the round of 16 or play in the knockout, depending on what other teams play. Now let's take a look at PSG versus Newcastle. If you ask me, the PSG versus Newcastle game is the toughest game of the night because both teams are on 13 points and 10 goals each on number 6 and number 7 position. So PSG have not really been up and doing for themselves, for a team that were very ruthless last season in the league and of course in the Champions League. But coming into this season, they've been very dull. Their performance have not been up and doing. But I see Newcastle also want to continue their tale run in the Champions League. Trying to make it perhaps to the round of 16. So it could be a very tough game for both teams. But regardless, I still see PSG getting a win in that game. 2-1 win for PSG tonight.
I think it's going to end in a draw.
In a draw.
Yeah. PSG have been, like you said, they have not been consistent this season, especially in Liga, But when we know PSG, at least from the past season, that when it gets to the tick, when things are heating up, they can perform.
Yeah, sure.
Last season, I think they finished 15th in the group phase, and they ended up winning the Champions League. They ended up winning the Champions League. So yeah, PSG, it's definitely going to be a strong game, very entertaining. I think there will be goals in it. So I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw for both teams.
Yeah.
Which will mean they might not be able to qualify. Both of them qualify
depending on the result
from the other team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now let's look at Napoli versus Chelsea. Now this is also a very interesting tie tonight because Napoli, on the other hand, will be looking at sneaking into the knockout stage because a lose for Napoli means that automatically, because already they are out of the spot that could qualify them into the knockout stage. They're on 25 on that table. So they'll be looking at securing a win that will perhaps give them that edge to play in a knockout stage. While Chelsea, on the other hand, will also be trying to secure a win, which will also put them in a better position for a round of 16. They will not have to play in the knockout stage again. So it's going to be a very tough game tonight. I see a draw in that game because Napoli will not want to give up that easily. Perhaps see if a draw can also somehow keep them, because if you get a draw, they get 9 points, who could also give them a chance into the knockout stage, depending on the result from other teams. So Napoli should be bringing a fight to that game as well as Chelsea. It should be a draw for me, perhaps a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, Napoli has been very, very poor in the Champions League.
Poor, yeah.
Unexpectedly,
even in their league recently, they've not
been consistent as well. But Chelsea themselves have not been great. The Champions League, they've won Barcelona, but they also lost to Atlanta, I think. So they've also not been consistent, although when you look at the table, Chelsea look like the better team. But this is Napoli's home. They're going to have the crowd behind them. With the whole city of Naples, behind the team. The noise and all.
Definitely.
So I think Napoli will do all they can to go into the next stage. Chelsea have already secured the knockout spot. Napoli need this to secure that. So I think Napoli will win this game. 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
That's a tough take right there. I don't see Chelsea going down, but let's see how it pans out. Manchester City versus Galatasaray. I mean, a Pep Guardiola side should be looking at getting a very precise win tonight, considering the fact that that win is going to put them in a position that they will play in the round of 16. So when it comes to games like this, Guardiola knows how to put things in order and tighten things up at the end of the day. So I think Guardiola is going to get, Man City are going to get a very precise win again. Galatasaray side tonight. It should be a 3-1 win for Man City tonight. Chike.
Yes, City are coming from a very, very bitter loss against Bodo Glimt in the last round of the Champions League games. And with the signing of Guehi, Semenyo, they have beefed up their squad to be able to compete even better. Not only that, boosting the morale of the team as well.
Definitely.
So Galatasaray, Osimhen's availability will be key. to how their performance will be today. So I think Man City will be winning that game 3-1. I know there will be goals. 3-1 is what I feel will surface in that game.
3-1 coming in there from Chico. Let's also look at the game between Barcelona and Copenhagen. Now, Copenhagen will be fighting to secure, a knockout stage in the competition. However, when it comes to Barcelona and playing at the Camp Nou, it's not an easy place to go and put up a fight, not at all, considering the caliber of players at the disposal of Barcelona right now. I think it should be, an easy win for Barca, I should say, if I can use that word. I think it's going to be an easy win for Barca tonight. 3-0 win for Barca tonight in that game.
Yes, the Camp Nou is always a very, very difficult place to go to for any team, not to talk more of Copenhagen. But Copenhagen has been very good in the Champions League. This season they are a very tough team to beat. They play very well. They play good football. And they still have a chance of qualification. A slight chance of qualification. But I will go for a draw, a 2-2 draw this evening for Copenhagen, because I see them. I don't think Barca is that strong, especially this season in the Champions League. I don't think they are that strong defensively. They are leaking goals, and Copenhagen can take advantage of that. I see a 2-2 draw in this game.
Barca's hard line may be a threat for them tonight. They conceded lots of goals, but I really don't think Copenhagen stand a chance, especially when they're playing at a Camp Nou against a certain Barcelona side that's very, very versatile.
You'll be very shocked.
Anything is possible in the game of football.
No second legs. Everything happens tonight.
Yes. But I think Barca will want to get a very precise win.
Yeah, definitely. They will, but I think otherwise.
Chicken thinks otherwise. Well, there you have it. That's about the size of the show. Make sure you go out tonight and enjoy some of the action tonight. And I hope your favorite team gets to extend their stay to the next stage of the competition. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for our next show, which is a weekend preview and prediction here on Score River TV. It's bye for now.
Scarivo. Chase the streak. Claim the glory.